Shelton, I think that's your name, Shelton. Is that who it is? Yeah, just I don't know if the link's still there from when I played Jacob or not, but it's RWC Gaming.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a second and 1. If these kinds of lanes are
oh man, I was having fun talking to you.
Big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big
all right.
there on first down.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I will see more of them trying to get him the football.
Where are you going?
Backfield. They love what he can do in open space.
Where are you going?
Baby making
mismatches they can exploit.
Lovely.
Yeah, golden crown ball. Colt moves.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, when someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football, it's either beautiful or a disaster, and here it was the latter.
Nowhere in between, right? Exactly.
Oh yeah.
Takes some fortitude to call that.
Yeah, I read that. Yeah, I read that when you sent that to me. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll fix it tonight before I go to bed.
They've got to do a better job up
What?
create some space.
What are you doing?
They're right there, almost literally on their own goal line.
Just a couple of feet away from a safety.
I'm
That could have been
yeah.
to throw is Cousins.
God damn it! Wrong fucking button.
Interception, the third of this first quarter.
Why the oh my god, dude. This is why you do not play Madden when you're fucking
I think
tired.
fucking I think Will's gonna put his controller to the TV this game.
Nah. Dude, you think that's bad? I lost to Slick week 1 of Madden like 48-6.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stand.
Yeah,
Alrighty.
sounds good, man. Me too. Yeah, I'm gonna hop off also. Alright, man. Talk to y'all later.
Good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's brought down. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. On first down, Murray. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line. There it is, the defense waking up after 3 plays that hurt them. Finally, they stand up.
They have a little pride, too, you know. 3 straight first down type plays. Yeah, they wanted to make one stick on their side, didn't they?
Let's go. That was second down run for Murray. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown, Vikings. Latavius Murray, 34 yards. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, Yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. That's fielded in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football.
Good shit.
Pick up the football.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Now a play fake here on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Reuben Foster picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, when plays like that work, it's a thing to behold, but sometimes we see why they're buried deep in the playbook.
And how many times have we been at practice and heard all the other guys chirping about, you know, I used to play quarterback in high school, I can do this, until it becomes a game situation. Not quite the same in many cases.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And he took the contact as he was throwing it. And the ball drops incomplete.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're getting ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on 3rd downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. Here's Bradley Pena now. As his first punt will come from inside. Rush comes and they block it. It's picked up, and this is a live ball, remember.
Block the fucking punt for a touchdown, baby. Let's go.
In for the score. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
There are plenty of ways for a special teams coach to get excited. And when you block a punt into the end zone and recover for a score, yeah, he's going to be jumping up and down a big way.
And as a punter, you know that clock is ticking. He just didn't get it off in time. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The 49ers heading out, and if you listen real closely, you can hear it, the buzz right now that is around this 49er team. And look, they finished last year strong. Big reason why, Jimmy Garoppolo. So a lot of hope coming into 2018.
And I think you nailed everything that you're really talking about with this team, starting with Jimmy Garoppolo. But I think underneath it, I go back to the start of last season. Brand new head coach in Kyle Shanahan, brand new general manager, and a brand new direction. And they stayed the course despite starting the season with a long losing streak. Maybe people wonder if they...
McKinnon. And some room to maneuver. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice game.
They go play action here on first down. And his throw is going to be incomplete. He was looking for Trent Taylor there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Garoppolo to try again on 2nd down. And his throw is going to be incomplete. It was Andrew Sendejo from his strong safety spot able to make the play. His first half struggles continue. He has yet to complete a pass. Hard to believe.
It is, because I don't see anything wrong with him physically. Maybe he's a little amped up to begin with. Would have thought he would have settled down by now. I think someone's got to get in his ear, got to be a psychologist a little bit, and get him back on track.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo being chased out left. And able to find Garcon. The 20, 10, touchdown, 49ers. Pierre Garcon, 58 yards. And the 49ers have moved out in front.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Gold with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Gold now out to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. This offense trots back out there now, and as they do, Charles, one thing to point out that we saw a second ago are some of the new rules in the NFL this year regarding kickoffs.
Yeah, nowadays, the kickoff team, no more running starts. Remember that when you got to circle a guy around and here he goes? No more. You have to start, close to the ball. And when it's kicked, then you get to take off and go. So you can't build up your speed that way. Also, when you're returning it, remember those wedges that we used to say where guys would form together, 2 or 3 guys? No more of those. So it'd be a lot more man-on-man, one-on-one blocking. And also they have rules about where people have to be when the ball's kicked, where they have to be when the ball's caught. So to me, it's much more like a punt return than it is an actual kickoff return. So I'm eager to see if teams now take their punt returners.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Solomon Thomas able to drop him for a loss of 4. This man's been a fan favorite in the Bay Area for a while. First with Stanford, now with San Fran.
The number 3 pick out of Stanford last season. His versatility is the key to his success. Whether he's playing defensive tackle, defensive end, line him up over the nose in passing situations, usually uses his quickness to get to the quarterback.
Now he's flushed out right. He hits Beasley right side. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. They're starting to put some space here. First quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right? Trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
He finds McKinnon complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That throw good for 4. It's second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue. Garoppolo and the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Steps, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Ben Gideon coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. More from Minneapolis after this. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now Garoppolo throwing on second. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, 49ers. Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown pass of this first half. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gold now out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. And that's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
Those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
Cousins to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Eric Armstead. He's the one that finally runs him down, and that is a big, big loss. 18 yards. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the gun, here's Cousins. Going deep for Diggs. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 45. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
On second down, here's Garoppolo. Caught left side, Garcon.
Out of bounds,
The
man.
play
That's
goes
fucking
for
terrible.
19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. touchdown, Garoppolo. Looking for Garcon. He's got him. Touchdown, 49ers. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Gold with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gold now out to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, 75 yards. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. Forbath, the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. He's going to launch this thing way down. And got his man, complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. First down. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Garoppolo, 10 of 16, throwing the football. It's first and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Flushed out right. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. It's a 39-yard attempt right hash. And Gold is able to put it through. So we've reached halftime. We now proceed to the start of the second half. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because What you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
They run it with McKinnon. And some room to roam now. And he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of
9-yard line. McKinnon. And he'll take this one down to the 36.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
Play action. Garoppolo going up top. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
On second down, Cook. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he finds Cook. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. A first down throw for Cousins. Flush to his right. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Second down, Cousins. And Beasley with it over the middle. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 41. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Cousins now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And that's incomplete. Pretty solid coverage there by the All-Pro Richard Sherman, able to get a hand in. The corner from Compton, Mr. Sherman getting the hand in there to knock that one away.
And what a path of his to where he is right now. From Compton to Stanford, was a wide receiver at Stanford before flipping around, becoming a defensive back. Lightly drafted. Remember, he went late in the draft for them and has turned into one of the best ones out there. I think his ability to be close on the play. And
my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 23. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch, counter punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. They run once more with McKinnon. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. It's Xavier Rhodes there in on the stop.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Buying time to his left. Now he's got a man complete. An excellent.
Okay, nobody fucking covered nothing. God damn.
Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of what a Turkey Bowl, a Thanksgiving Day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gardens get together.
On the quick handoff, it's Juszczyk. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Hey, come on.
Here's McKinnon. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Eric Kendricks in on the tackle.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play on who you think's going to get the ball and where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it. And on that play you did. So you got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be strong.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Working from the gun, Garoppolo forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
That's fielded in the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return. And now out comes Minnesota. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Rhino! Where's your hot?
Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota. You expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on second down. Following the penalty, it's Murray. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. A gain of 6 there on first. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he's brought down. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot. Not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game as we've seen in this one.
You're exactly right. They've taken him out of the game. That was just his first catch. Big reason they're losing right now. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Now Cousins rolling to his right. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be third down.
That was a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong. He's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later, but I am still going with you on that. The wide receivers work on it a little bit more.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable.
Through an opening, and there he goes. He's at the 30. For the former Washington Husky, Dante Pettis, touchdown number 1 in his career. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And out now come the Vikings. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Again, it's Cook. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. They go play action here on first down. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Anthony Barr in on the tackle.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
And they'll run it here. They find some open field here. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Garoppolo looking to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, going deep here for Taylor. And that's caught inside the 35. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Garoppolo now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. He's got it. And he's brought down. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
An incomplete pass on first down. Here's 2nd and goal. Oh, Garoppolo's going to throw it. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes, carving them up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Gould now out to kick it away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And now out comes Minnesota. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling.